Hey everybody, today I'm going to be doing a review on the Ariel beauty book Treasures Within. Now, some of you may be saying, this is a little bit familiar. Some of you are probably saying, where can I get this? I've never seen anything like this before. And some of you are like, been there, done that. Now, each perspective. This product is available in select Walgreens. Some people are already saying they've spotted it. My local Walgreens says it's not going to be available until July. So depending on where you live and how your Walgreens operates, you may not see this or you may have already seen this. Now this is part of a larger collection. I'm going to be bringing you reviews on the entire collection, and each video will feature an individual product. So this one is focusing on the book alone. Now, if you're familiar about last year's, I believe it was last year, from Sephora, Sephora had an Ariel-themed collection as part of the Reigning Beauties or Reigning Princesses collection, and they were a bit high priced. They were like $50 for one shadow book, and it was just shadows. So this is a little bit cheaper. It's only $10, but if you're used to the things that you've seen last year or the year before from the local drugstores, you might be saying, because this has been released before with villains. Now I'm going to show you really quick what we received in the past. This is the 2012 edition. This is the Villains collection that only featured villains. It was the same style. It was a book that featured a mirror. It featured a beauty guide on how to, and a little plastic insert, which I just thought was great. You also received eyelashes, eyelash glue, 6 shadows, primer, 2 lip and cheek liners. You can use them as color, and eyeliner. So you received a lot for $7. I believe this was $7 or $10. It was within that range. Then last year we seen a little bit of difference. We seen the release of the villains again, except for the villains were a little bit less cartoon and more high fashion and Vogue looking. Now we had an additional villain, which is Ursula, to the Maleficent, Evil Queen, and Cruella de Vil collection, and this is hers. And the difference is with this is you really didn't need the packaging because it came, everything just popped out. Like the shadows weren't actually in the book, the shadows popped right out. But what I liked is that everything was really sturdy in here if you wanted to keep it in. You received a brush, a big mascara, an eyeliner, an eye primer, a lip gloss, which by the way the Ursula lip gloss is the same lip gloss in Ariel, so if you already have it, you already know. The liner in the shadows, the 6 shadows. Now, it seems that they've returned to their older look with the book where everything is all in one. This is the Ariel book. And the only difference is you receive a brush. Mine just kept popping out because nothing stays in this book. Nothing. Not like in the past where things were secure and I didn't have to worry. Nothing falls out of this. But with this, everything falls out of it. So, I had to take everything out to show you guys. Now, you do receive the, the day and night look. This one says on the beach and sunset cruise. So, if you're new to makeup and you're like, well, how do I do makeup? How do I get a look? This is how you get a look. It tells you everything you need to know. Except for I would have loved to see the little insert in the middle. I would have loved to see that. That would have been really cute, but they did not include it this time. So that kind of makes me sad. But they did include like a little bookmark thing so you can, like a book. And your mirror is inside of a seashell. Now, instead of just getting 6 shadows like you've seen in the past, you get 9 shadows. Now these shadows are absolutely gorgeous. They're definitely better quality than I've experienced in the past with ELF, which is Eyes, Lips, Face Cosmetics. And they also included 2 brushes and 2 bronzers. Very similar to other collections I've seen this summer with the 2 bronzers. I would have liked to see a highlight. Anyway, all the products I'm wearing on my face are from the Ariel collection. I don't know why I'm like tinted pink right now, I guess because of my background. But you'll see in the pictures that I'm going to be providing at the end of this video that the look is actually much better than what you're seeing in this video. I don't know why I'm like turning pink. Anyway, let me swatch this up for you, and again, the quality of this was definitely higher than I expected. So I'm going to start with Sand Dollar. Now Sand Dollar is a beautiful white shade, but it's definitely pearlescent. You can absolutely keep it like this. You can, flies very, very pearlescent, or you can shear it out and get you can use it for highlight under your brow, in the corner of your eye. You can use it in a lot of different places. My eyelash is popping up. The next shade is Coral Reef, and this is also a very light, very highlighting-like shade. The very next shade is Tropical Wave, and Tropical Wave was one of my favorites. Very, very bright, very, very aquatic, very high quality, I gotta be honest. The next shade that we see is North Star. This one performed the worst for me. No matter what I did, it just would not swatch. There was like 0 pigmentation. It was like the worst. Like even here now, I'm having such a hard time swatching it for you guys. The next one is For Sure, and this is a beautiful metallic shade. Really, really pretty. Really light reflecting. The next one I'm going to show you guys is Siren Song, and this is also a little bit of a metallic shade, but it's a little bit more copper. Then we have Seaweed, and Seaweed is a bright orange shade. This is another one of my favorites. These two are my favorite, honestly. Like, if you're paying $10 just for those two shades, go for it. Then we have a beautiful purple shade that's matte, and that one is called Seashell, and the last one is Brilliant Sea. You're going to see in the picture swatches at the end of the video how how everything really goes together. Now, we also have two bronzers at the bottom, and one is called Conch Shell and the other one is Tan Lines. Now, I feel like both of these are so similar in shade that it really wouldn't matter what skin color you are. You can use either one of them depending on how you would use it. You can use the lighter one if you're light skin. You can use that to contour. You can use that as a bronzer. Like, usually I use bronzer to contour, like on the face up here, on your cheek, etc. If you're darker skin tone, you could probably use the darker one or the lighter one as a blush or a highlight or to contour. All depends on what color skin you are and how you use your bronzers. I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't include a highlight, because a highlight would have been fantastic with an aquatic collection, but I'm going to tell you how you can transform one of the other products in this collection into a highlighter like I did. Now, you also received the little brush here, and a gloss. So let me show you that. The little brush they included for the bronzer is actually terrible. It really deposits the bronzer quite sporadic. I didn't like it at all. I felt like the brush just didn't give enough precision, didn't pick up enough product, and it was just too dusty. Now let me swatch this up for you. So here is the first one. This is Conch Shell. Then we have Tan Lines. And again, you'll see this all in the pictures at the end. There we go. Tan Lines is a little bit lighter. Now, we also have the brush, which, by the way, if you're familiar with e.l.f. brushes, they usually have a silver tip, and this one is a golden tip. But the brush is actually really well performing for a low brush. Usually these brushes are like $1. It's no MAC brush, but it's definitely going to pick up the product. Might make a product a little bit powdery, so be careful when you use it. Definitely pat on your shade rather than brush it all over the place. It'll get messy. Now, they also included a gloss, which I have here, and the gloss is called just Pink. And I'm wearing it on my lips. It's slightly tacky, but it doesn't create like those weird, and it's not really opaque. Let me swatch that better. It's not really opaque, but it's also not too pigmented. It has a little bit of a scent, but that dissipates rather quickly. I'm wearing it on my lips. It kind of fades after about an hour. It doesn't create those weird gloss, like sticky things that appear sometimes with tackier gloss. So overall, it was a pretty decent gloss for the fact that it's included, and it goes well with the eye looks. Now, I did create an eye look today using sand dollar all over my eye. I then added Seaweed to the center of my lid. I took Seashell and I added that to the crease, and then I added a little bit more Seashell on the outer V, and you'll see that in the picture swatches if you're interested, and I'm going to explain what I used on my cheeks and everything in a future video. Thank you so much for watching, and did you guys pick this up? Do you like this product? Do you think it's a cute idea to have all-in-one in one palette or one book? Do you like the idea of the Disney Princesses collection? Let me know what you think, and hopefully you're able to find this if you're on the hunt for it. Thank you so much for watching. Please enjoy the picture swatches, the looks, and follow me on Instagram. I'm Recycled Stardust.